I can be completely stupid and be like, whoa, Jiff, what are you talking about? Okay. Um, um, oh, yeah, a misunderstanding. He'll Baphomet. Wojif's face lights up. Right, exactly. Pilgrims of the World Wound. Meet the finest member of our big family. Hey there, Chief. Long time no see. Why don't we hold off on the sacrifice for now? We need to drink to this happy meeting, am I right? Yeah, let's do that. Tie that one on the altar up again. We'll get around to slaughtering it later. God. The cultist exchange looks and whispers. Chief cultist lowers his knife. If the Crescent of the Abyss says so, then welcome. Make yourselves at home in the temporary camp of the Pilgrims of the World Wound. But why did you attack our brothers? Um, I wanted to sacrifice those crusaders myself. The chief cultist's brow furrows in confusion, but we're the ones who found. What am I saying? It doesn't matter which of us make the sacrifice to our Lord, does it? We're all working towards a common goal, right? Yeah, of course. We're all the same goal. If you like, you can sacrifice our prisoner when we perform the ritual later. I would rather not. The cultist casts a wary glance at your weapon but passes no remarks. It is good that the Crescent of the Abyss, our beacon in the darkest of our oracle, has resolved this misunderstanding. Relax, friends, and after, if you wish, you may join our pilgrimage. What the actual? Whoa, Jeff! What are you doing? And who is the Val? Wojif is waiting for you next to the altar, wearily wiping the sweat from his brow. Oof, I thought I was done for. Could feel it in my tail that they were gonna kill me. If you ain't a sight for sore eyes, Chief. And I heard the gargoyles had gotten you, and that you were running the show up in Dresden now. I can tell you how happy that made me. But that night it all happened, I tell you, I was so scared I couldn't see straight. I wandered around, wondering if my chief and the rest of the gang were lying in an open field with their eyes packed out. Even my conscience pricked a little, thinking about how I ran. But when you looked at it from my side, what else was I supposed to do? The actual paladins were getting cut down left, right, and center. But Wojif... But... our party... We were a family and you fled? Yeah. And then these pilgrims of the World Womb tell me that Dresden's been reclaimed, that there is a new commander called Aygan. Well, I said to myself, there can't be two demon-slaying dynamos with that name. It must be you. So I cut my way through the circles around Dresden and I waited for you to come out. At one point I got so desperate I almost went right up to the city walls, but I thought better of it. Although an arrow in the skull would be a sight better than running in fear of a vote show. Hello, Cap Drago. Welcome. Yes, we're playing Encore as the Trickster. Wojif sucks in a breath and keeps talking in a rush, like he's afraid you'll turn around and walk out. I'm great, actually. I'm doing really well tonight. Drinking some coffee, playing some cozy Pathfinder. How are you doing? Do you know Voshil? I don't either, but I remember the name because of what Brother Melrum yelled in the basement that time. I'm going to tell Hepzimira and Voshil, or something like that. Anyway, my shuttle told me that Voshil is a demon, and I should be scared of him, because he's after the moon of the abyss. But the shuttle is a whole other story. But if you want to know why you haven't just come to Dresden, I need your help. It's a matter of life and death, Chief. Okay, slow down. You're not making sense. What's going on here? Okay, I'll shut up. I mean, I won't shut up, but ask me what you want to know and I'll tell you. What was that? What just happened? That was my cunning plan, Chief. Okay, pretending to be cultists of Baphomet. Good thinking. But why did you ask me to do it? You've got to the crust of it, Chief. We have a secret mission here, see? To save the life of a good man. In other words, me. Well, not just me. I'll definitely die too if these guys see something they don't like it. I'll be next on the altar that pours sap before you can say, Hail Baphomet. Okay. Why did you run the night we fought the gargoyles? Run? Me? I fought him. I did. I should have seen you. You should have seen me. I got one right on the nose, sent it ours over tea kettle, and it flew off. I've got into scrapes a fair few times before, but been caught by surprise in the dead of night more times than I can count. So that's why I leapt up quick as anything, grabbed my knives and, well, of course I made a run for it. What else was I gonna do? I'm just a thief, a city boy. I don't toe-to-toe with demons. Sure, I said I'd help you and all, but that was before. I didn't sign up for nighttime gargoyle attacks. What kind of an idiot attacks in the middle of the night? I thought war would keep more civilized hours, to be honest. Wrong again. So, apologies, Chief, but I always went up on the winning side. It's just my nature. But we won, you silly, you fool. You and your lot in the camp that night did not have the look for victory about you. And it's not like I'd have been much help if a gargoyle snatched me in its claws. Of course I decided to run, and run I did. What is your relationship with these cultists? It's complicated. It's a story of unrequited love, really. They love me, and all I think about is how to get away from them and save my own skin. Okay. By the way, if you guys are new here, I always go for chaotic options because I am role-playing as chaotic neutral. So, whenever there's an option, I have to go for it, no matter how much it hurts. Well, you seem to have got yourself a nice little setup. Maybe I should just leave you here with your underlings? Wojif heaves a sigh. To tell the truth, I can't call my heels here for much longer, Chief. I could have run from the family and kept running for a long time, but you don't run from Vocho. He's a demon. If you don't find me first, they'll sell me out as soon as they get sick of me. I can feel it in my tail. Or else I'll end up on that altar. Wojif leans closer, his eyes gleaming. I know you, Chief. You're the type of warrior that all men deaf should be praying for. When I was in the camp, all I heard was, Chief this, Chief that. There is no better chief than ours. If you need to sort the demons out, call the chief. That's what people were saying, I swear. I heard it with my own 2 ears. So, will you help me? You said some shadow's been talking to you, is that right? Not just any shadow. My shadow. My special shadow. After I spent a while running around the word wound, scared out of my wits, it suddenly crept out and whispered in this distant-sounding voice, Voshel. Norse. Fear Voshel. And the name was familiar, because that's what Brother Melram yelled out, and I put 2 and 2 together. This Voshel was in the north, and I needed to make sure he didn't find me. Bit by bit, I got the shadow to tell me that Voshel was a demon, and that he was looking for the moon of the abyss. Who knows why? By the way, I have a couple thoughts of my own about the moon. I'll tell you about them once we're out of this mess. Remind me again, why shouldn't I just kill all these cultists here and now? Because... Wojif looks around and lowered his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. He will still be useful to us if you decide to help me. And thanks for not trying to kill him as soon as you got here, by the way. Their leader is a nervous sort. He would have definitely stabbed the lad on the altar if you caused a fuss. They think if we perform all these sacrifices, Baphomet's going to appear and hand out powerful spells like candy. What do you want from me? In a nutshell, Chief, I've got a bit of a situation here, okay? One wrong move and I'm goner. Demon Voshel is in the vicinity somewhere. A good man has suffered. The cultists are animals. I just want to get out of this and make Voshel back off. But without you, I've no chance. Help me. I won't forget it for as long as I live. Okay, who is this Voshel again? All I know is that he's a demon that sent Brother Melram to get the moon of the abyss. Now that I have the moon, Voshel's after me. I'm already tired of running from him. He's gonna catch me soon. I can feel it. What if he is the shadow? Or what if the shadow is turning against you? Hmm. What part are the cultists playing in your plan? Wojif glances around, making sure you're not overheard. Do you know why they call themselves the Pilgrims of the World Wound? Because they're itching to meet big name demons like Baphomet. It's like they're on a pilgrimage. So that got me thinking. Since they listen to me, we can lead them to Voshel and mess with their heads a bit. Say that Baphomet's been calling them nasty names. And then let the cultists fight Voshel for us? It'll be a riot. Cultists helping us to take out a demon. Well, what do you think? Oh my god, this is a horrible idea. They don't stand a chance against a real demon. I mean, I could kill them. What good men are you talking about? Me, of course. I'm a prisoner here, you know? And I suppose there's also the other fella, the Val, the one that's tied up. I kind of owe him one. I made a dumb mistake and now he's paying for it. Don't get me wrong. I couldn't care less about the guy. He's got himself into this mess. Except, if it wasn't for me, well, then maybe wouldn't have been caught him in the first place. So he didn't get himself into this mess. Wojif did. Right. These pilgrims kept asking me, will we have long to wait for the favors of Lord Baphomet? As though just because I have my shuttle I should know. You know, prejudice. I mean, what am I? Some kind of demon whisperer? I just put on a kind of knowing air and say to them, do as you have been doing, and all the favors will come. They took that to mean that they needed to keep cutting people up on the altar. Oh no. I tried to put them off the idea, but they didn't listen. I acted like I was discussing things with my shadow and kept trying to hold them off, saying that the stars weren't in alignment. That raining eyeballs was a bad omen. Oh gosh. I'd run out of ideas just before you showed up, Chief. I was already considering just letting them do it. He was a crusader after all, you know? Demons would probably get him in the end either way. It's not my fault that that's how they do things. It was either him or me. Wojif sighs and turned away. His tail is twitching from side to side in agitation. There is one way to get both of us out, but I can't manage it on my own. I need your help. Let's see if there's anything else I can ask of him. No, there isn't. If I'm evil, I can't attack him. Uh-oh. I do intend of playing through an evil run about a year from now. And I'm actually a year from when I'm finishing this game. Like after finishing the game, after a year, I'll be playing evil run on hard as a lich. I want to try some things with scimitar and mounts. You know, be an actual lich, have a horse and stuff like that. An undead horse would be so cool. Alright, I'll help you deal with Voshio. Woljif's face lights up and the tip of his tail dances through the air. I always knew you were a special sort, Chief. Let's go break his horns off. You need to go to a patch of scrubland by the bend in the river. It's not far, I'll show you. Nothing interesting about the place at all, but that's where I was when my shadow came out and started pushing me back the other way. It said that Vosha would find me easily there, that he'd swoop in and tear me limb from limb as soon as I popped up. I wasn't long turning away from that place, I tell you. Scrubland by a bend in the river. There's just one other thing. You need to round up my lackeys and send them off on an errand. While they're gone, we can free the prisoner. No point leaving him here to be a bored stiff, right? Right. What can we tell them to do? Listen up, brothers, sisters. The shadow has spoken. It says that a demon will come to a secret place, a wasteland, where there are almost no trees left, next to a bend in the river. We once passed by there, but we took a wrong turn and didn't find it. Okay. And Glorious day. Before we set off, I say we make the sacrifice. This dude is thirsty for sacrifice. I say let's hold off on the sacrificing. Times are wasting and demons are busy, you know? Leave your things and go. I must meditate before such an event, and when I'm all meditated out, I'll come and summon a demon for you. Gosh. There they go. Commander, a moment of your time. The young crusader cautiously gets to his feet, unable to believe that he's finally free. At last the day has come when those odious faces would no longer be looming over me. The cultists hid my weapons and armor somewhere. I'll find them and then take my leave of this place forever. They're over there with the rest of the stolen stuff. I made sure they didn't go walkies in the night. I hope you'd make it out of this somehow. Thanks for your efforts, Wojif. Go. Time's of the essence. If there is a demon hunting you, better to lure him into a trap and strike first. You know a lot of stuff. Who are you? Devil Gwenviar at your service. Nobleman, crusader, and only surviving member of my unit. Oh. What are you planning to do now? Find my armor and weapons, find something to eat, and then leave this place as quickly as possible. Perhaps I will die in the wound, but I will die with a sword in my hands, not like an animal at a slaughterhouse. And if I do make it out, I shall build a temple in Yomede's honor in my hometown. You're rich enough to build a temple if you fancy it? You were complaining that your parents don't give you enough money. I think we have slightly different conceptions of what counts as enough money. In any case, money is no longer a concern of mine. My life and my legacy belong to the goddess who sent you and the commander to my aid. Oh gosh, do we tell him it was Wojif's thing? How did you end up here? Solely through my own foolishness, because of my inability to fight like a man. I thought the crusade would be the best way to make my mark on history. I dreamt of the glory of the respect that would be otherwise denied me as a third son of a noble family. When an officer laughed at my skills and called me an ignorant interloper. How right he was. Fate has a twisted sense of humor. My more experienced comrades died in this cursed place, one after another, but I survived. There were only 5 of us left in the end. Our hubris was gone, we were jumping at every shadow. And we still weren't cautious enough. I was the only one who survived after we were attacked in the night. I should have realized what was happening when the lookout went missing. Cap Drago says, I'm playing as a neutral good half-elf. I'm mainly as a mad dog with some levels in thug, sword saint, and fearsome leader. Use dual stalks, mounted combat, fear tactics. Stalks are really good in this game. I was getting beat up by them. I was really getting beat up by them. Are you also on core? Neutral good is interesting. Okay, so I can't get Wojif back. I won't be doing this now. I'm gonna be looting the hell out of this place. I wanna loot everything. Give me everything. Perception check? Nope, nothing. Got a potion of reduced person though. Okay, more loot. More loot. No perception check.
No secrets can escape my prying gaze.
Thank you. Yes, perception checks this. Ooh. You know, for the sake of selling stuff, I'll be getting everything I can. Thank you very much.
This way.
I loot everything. Is there anything up here? No, no checks. No. No checks.
Wherever my legs carry me.
I think the best way to describe stalks is that they have the damage output of a sword with the utility of rapier. That's very accurate, actually. That's very wise of you, too. Seemed very knowledgeable in CRPGs. To be saying something like that. How is Tug working out for you? Did you grab Tug because of high perception and thievery? People don't usually put rogue points unless they are rogues or they want a mage to have sneak attacks or stuff like that. Because the game automatically gives you someone with high perception check anyway, like they do Lun, then Wendu, Camellia has high trickery. Pretty much everyone can save you from traps. But I always play as a rogue, so there's no saving for me. Uh-oh. And we're fatigued. Woo! This is gonna be great. What? So this is the dragon I was supposed to have my other friend with. What? Okay. I was supposed to have someone else in my party. I was supposed to have, oh no. Well, we can try killing it. As always, vulnerability to cold iron. Like all dragons. It does have cleave. Vulnerability to cold. Let's see, we have a problem here. I don't have cold skills. Wait, I do have... No. It's not gonna deal any damage. Don't have cold skills. You know what? Let's just fight it for the fun. For the fun. Let's just do it for the fun of it. Yeah. Aru, what are you doing in the front line, girl? Is it not gonna do anything? Oh, it's still... Oh. Oh, right. Of course.
Did I mess up again?
Someone save me. Continue fighting, everyone.
I need to bring him over. I need to bring him. Okay. I'm going back to town and then I will be grabbing my dragon friend. Interesting facts about real stocks. A stock is considered a military-grade version of a rapier. You wield them in two hands, and between a rapier and a stock in a fight, you have more striking points with the stock. I am zero knowledge about anything military involved at all. By the way, fights. Okay, let's try going that other way. I've been getting no luck with armies at all. Uh-oh. Going straight to a level 7. I will probably not manage killing these guys. Oh, wait. What do they have? Ooh, they have marksmen. Ooh, they have marksmen. I'm gonna get destroyed by their marksmen. See? I just... Dude, I just started this fight. What are you doing? These guys are probably not evil. Let me see. No. Rogues. chaotic, but not evil. Oh, I forgot I had my knights down here. Okay. Seems doable. Seems a very doable fight for some reason. I don't know why they're level 7. Suppose I'm gonna find out soon. Ouch. Okay, can you stop being rude? Well, they do have a lot of armor, don't they? Yeah, this is gonna take forever. Well, guys, I guess, suppose you can sit down, go grab a cup of coffee, water, you know? This is gonna take, what? Around 5 more minutes? In a nutshell, a stock is basically the rapier's bigger and meaner cousin. Don't think I've ever seen a stock, personally. And apparently they're common here in Europe, historically and all. I should have probably seen some in a museum or something. Oh god, okay. We're going nowhere. I'm just clicking here. Just sitting down, clicking, healing myself. I can grab a picture of the two if you want. Yeah, of course. They don't look really well like on drawings. Like, you can't really tell the difference. But I know that they're really mean. I know they're really mean. They've been eating like a truck in this game. It's a very good choice of a weapon. I do want to go for like a rapier leech or something. There is a really good rapier with touch spells. Really good rapier with touch spells that you get from a vampire really early in game. And it deals a lot of damage. The elven swords are also really great. Really great. Unfortunately, they're all different from each other, so it doesn't seem viable that on a harder difficulty that you use them just for the sake of. It's much better if you specialize. We're gonna be here forever. Let me heal myself. Boop. So I told you guys it's gonna take 5 minutes. There's way too many of them. They deal almost no damage. Also, they're going for my clerics, which are using heavy armor, because they're battle clerics. But I don't do any damage to them. We're getting there. Boop. I'm not gonna be spending mana if I don't have to, by the way, because I'm halfway in. You can finesse yield as stoic. I mean, you can, but then you are dependent on finding them, like, of only using them throughout the game. And are they that common? As drops, you know, as good drops. Wow, we crit hit. Okay. We'll finish this, I promise. We will finish this. One day. We're gonna get there. Okay, guys, I'm tired of this. Can you just die already? Please? Please. I think we're gonna roll over all soundtracks before we finish this fight. The music has looped twice or 3 times already. Nice. Flat. This was supposed to be a level 7, which is interesting because a level 6 one over there is killing us. This one is brutal. This one is so brutal. This one is also horrible. Horrible.